Hey y'all, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. So today is Oracle Tuesday and I have a reading for you. I'm going to be using the personally made Marissa Moments Oracle deck, and without further ado, let's get to shuffling. I'm going to speed this up because who has the time, right? Not you, not me. Let's go. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of cards this time. So let's list them out first and then we'll get into it. So the world needs you. In the reverse, we have wait another day before making a decision. Trust your intuition and don't snap on them. You'll regret it later. The past gave you lessons. The present gives you opportunity. Your love is expansive. You express it daily. It's time to tell your story. And then bottom of the deck is fitting in is so overrated. All right, so let's get into it. Now, this is a good amount of cards, right? So the world needs you, right? What I'm getting from this is I feel like this is about how you present yourself. Like oftentimes you may have the tendency to get into your own head like, oh man, I shouldn't have said that. Or should I wear this? What will people think if I wear that? Or if I posture this way, how will people receive me and perceive me and all those things? And what Spirit is saying, what God is saying is that the world needs you, not a clone of somebody else. So stop looking to everybody else to figure out how you're supposed to be when you are the best expert at you can be. So just present as you are. Don't worry about that elevation. Don't worry about being your higher self right now, because guess what? Every single day you work on your healing, you're stepping into your higher self. You are existing within your higher self of the moment, right? And then what I hear is like, there's been some uncertainty, right? There's been, what's the opposite of confidence, right? Non-confidence? Unconfidence, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But the reason why Spirit has this card in the reverse is because you have been procrastinating on making decisions, because you're like, what if I make the wrong decision? What if this? What if that? Like you're overthinking everything is what I receive. And I feel like these two cards actually go together. Trust your intuition, because what Spirit is saying is that when the opportunity is presented, when the question is posed, whenever whatever it is that you're pondering over is presented before you, you instantly, almost just like what I see is like that. You have a response in your head, but you're like, let me not, because what if it's wrong? What if they say this? What I wonder what so-and-so would think, all these different types of things. And what Spirit is saying is trust your intuition, man. Trust your intuition. You already have the download. If you go within your intuitive guidance system, then you won't be led astray. Go with your heartfelt decision. Go with where you feel most like sparks joy and all those types of things. Sure, the outcome may not be like a grand success like you want to happen, but at the end of the day, if you're willing to learn the lessons and to be able to pivot from what you perceive to be failures, then you never really fail, right? And then, don't snap on them. You'll regret it later. What I hear is like, so you may not move on those responses that you get. You may not take action on things, but then you almost like allow that that stuff to build up within you, and then it comes out in like what I see is like a dragon breathing fire, because you allow everything to build up within you, and then it becomes like rage because you don't know where to place it, because all of that uncertainty, you're just like, I don't know what to do with this. So as soon as somebody's like, we're all out of fries, you're like, what you mean you're all out of fries? You know what I mean? Like, it's not even something that relates to what you're dealing with. It's something totally different. You're making people scapegoats. And then in the aftermath, you're like, dang, I shouldn't have done that. That was wrong. Now I messed up somebody else's day just because I chose not to take action on something I already know. right? We got to take ownership. That's part of our healing journey. Now, and this is even more so, the past gave you lessons, the present gives you opportunity. So if you don't trust the opportunity is being presented, then guess what? Every single time that something comes before you is going to be a failure, because that's what you actually want it to be. That's what you're making it out to be, as opposed to saying, you know what, everything is an opportunity. Everything is a lesson. Everything can be a blessing. Everything. You're saying, man, you see how I brought down that energy? You're saying that I'm going to get a no because I always get no's. It's not going to work out because it never works out. It's going to be toxic because it's always toxic. Instead of saying, you know what, this time I'm going to get that yes. This time is going to change. I am hopeful. This is leading me to my opportunity. This is leading me into my blessings. This is what I've been waiting for. If you come into something with, you can choose which energy you decide to bring. You can bring it's going to be a no again. Everything's always a no, so this is going to be a no too. Or you can bring, this is going to be my yes. They can't say no to me. I mean, look at me. I'm amazing. And they're going to see it right out the gate, right? So it's up to you. Whew. Your love is expansive. Express it daily. Stop holding back your happiness. Stop holding back your happiness. What I receive is that, like, because of that kind of low energy, that low vibration, everything's always a no. Nobody like so emo and angsty and all those types of things, like carrying that trauma with you like it's a trophy or something. You're like, hey guys, look at my trauma. Isn't it cool? Meanwhile, you're not even focusing on the healing. What I receive is that stop holding your happiness hostage. That's a lot of H's, and I got through it. Yay me. But stop holding your happiness hostage. Allow it to be expressed, right? You can express it daily, safely. And if somebody gives the poo-poo on your happiness, then guess what? Keep it moving. You have the power in this situation and circumstance. You don't have to hand over your happiness to anyone else, but it is safe to express it. It is safe to glow. It is safe to shine. This is your time. And if you don't believe me, look at the card. It's time to tell your story. Sure, you might have experienced a lot of trauma, but you don't have to carry that trauma like a trophy because, oh, guys, I've been through everything and everything has been through me, right? Now, I'm not trying to make fun of you, but I kind of am. I'm trying to trigger you a little bit because when you tell that story, it's not a story of failure. It's not a story of demise because guess what? You're still here. You're still functioning. You still have the opportunity to prosper. You still have the opportunity to step into your happiness. You still have the opportunity to break those generational curses and say never again. But that is a part of your story and it is safe to tell. Don't worry about having to protect everybody else. Don't worry about having to shield the people that cause you the trauma in the first place. Now, I'm not saying you got to drop names, right? You don't got to drop names, but it's your story. Feel free to tell it. Don't feel like you have to hold things in because that is what is leading to that frustration, that angst, that resentment, that everything. And then what I receive even beyond that is fitting in is so overrated, right? A lot of times we don't tell our stories because we are afraid of how our crowd is going to receive it, right? Like maybe the people who cause that trauma in our lives are going to be like, they're going to start a smear campaign, right? And they're going to smear your name. They're going to smear it all over town. But guess what? It doesn't matter because God is positioning you. God, Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints are positioning you through telling your truth and through that healing and through acknowledging who you truly are and being you into this place and space that is for you. You will find that proverbial tribe. You will be embraced, but not because you're being a false type of self, only because you're being your true self. And I understand it takes a while to get there. Trust me. Go look at my archives. Go look at my previous videos. I was like, but that's not who I am. This is who I am, right? And it's okay. It's safe. When we are authentic in who we are, then we actually attract our true people, not the people who we pretend to be like. You know, I'm not going to probably hang out with Shaolin monks. Like maybe I will. That would be really cool. Like, are you a monk? You want to hang out? Let's kick it. Right. But listen, that might not be my crowd because of my energy, because of the way I present myself. But either way, I'm not going to prevent myself from hanging out with them just because I have this preconceived notion. Instead, I'm going to be authentically me. And that is what Spirit is telling you to do. Don't worry about other people's perceptions. Don't worry about how other people are going to receive you or how they run a smear campaign, because at the end of the day, the truth will always prevail. So they might start off with that campaign, and they might even get some people on their team and on their side that you love and care about and all those things. And you're going to be shocked and you're going to be surprised. But when it all comes down, everything comes out in the wash. So the truth will be revealed. And the people that turn their backs on you because they went along with that smear campaign are going to be like, I'm so sorry, I was wrong. Now I was in the darkness. Now I see the light. And at that point, it's going to be up to you to say, come on back, come on home to mama, or say, thank you for that. Have a great life. It's up to you. The power is yours. But anyway, that's your reading. So hopefully you picking up what I'm putting down, because this message is for you. Apples and tomatoes and all the things, and happy healing. Bye.